Hey, we got another pro-life update. Shout out to the Lion Den community. Shout out to A Weapons. Represent real life music forever. Shout out to Big Ticket. Shout out to the Lion Den community. Give a huge shout out to Brandon Sport TV. Want to give a shout out to the Kareem Report. Shout out to Two All for TV. And let's get with this video, man. Why
What's
the league haven't sent LeBron James home yet, man, and why the NBA is not being investigated.
what's up, my peoples? This is sad. Look for the Lakers, man. The Lakers. It looks like they've been deteriorating since LeBron James been back. It's not a good look. You got Rich Paul downing Austin Reeves. It's a sad outlook for the Lakers right now. The chemistry with the Lakers is diminished, and I don't know. There's no get back until we got to get rid of this man. If you now you can look and see is what's really wrong with the Lakers. It's the LeBron James problem. Look, no effort on defense. He don't get back. He's not with the team. Where's LeBron James at? Let's see where he's at. Oh, damn. He's on the left side of the team, on the far end, sitting at the end with his arms folded. This is a problem. This is a big problem with the Lakers. LeBron James need to be sent home. They let Chris Paul get sent home, and he was going to play all these games and not sit out. But LeBron James get to fold his arms and sit down and not be engaged when the coach is trying to give the team a play. This is a shame. This is a shame to basketball. This is a shame to the fans that come and watch this game and love this game very much. And there's fans been watching this game over 40 years. Ain't never seen nothing like this. Rich Paul, as an agent, is able to discuss team matters of who should be traded, which an agent never has done in NBA history. What you think, bro? This is bad.
Uh, this is this is bad business for the NBA. Why the league is not being investigated, why things being swept underneath the rug, and when it comes to LeBron Ramon James, he's about to lose everything that could leave fans, speechless. Now, LeBron James on the verge of losing everything, fans, and LeBron's streak of the NBA selection we see is on the line. If he miss another game, you might, kiss all his greatness, away. And it says, I'm going to read what it says regarding LeBron's longevity meets reality. Now, according to reports, it says on ESPN, reported on X that with his absence against San Antonio Wednesday, missing one more game this season will make him ineligible for the postseason reward because of the NBA 65 games minimum. After 21 straight years earning all NBA honors, this is a moment that could leave Los Angeles Lakers fans completely stunned. Now, what you have to say regarding his 23rd season, this longevity?
It's false. It was never really to begin with. He's been low managed since I don't know when. He's been ducking and dodging teams, certain people on teams like the Bucks. Not this year, but every other year. His low management and him I don't think that is longevity is not even no. It's not a real factor. Michael Jordan played at 40 when he came back from his retirement every game. Uh, being not able to play back to back games and fans are paying their money to watch you play. And maybe your last days, they don't know because you didn't announced it. It's bad for the NBA and it's bad for the look of morale for an NBA player. And to speak on it and to have a media and own a media company speak on it all year, not just this year, since he turned 40, and make it an excuse because he's 40. It's like seemed like 40 is the new excuse. Well, Michael Jordan never made an excuse, never announced. He played every game. What about Vince Carter? And yes, the league. What happened to the investigations of the league? What happened to the media and social media talking about the investigations of the league? It seemed like it diminished and then went away.
We don't even have David. We don't have David Stern. We got this Adam Silver. You know what I mean? Ducking because the NBA, needs to be further looked at under investigation. I'm starting to think that when it comes to this, gambling things like that, when we had Chauncey Bullock names like Gilbert Arenas and you had Damon Jones and those names ain't being talked about. And the NBA, I'm looking at everything that when it comes to the investigation and it comes to these FBI's, they getting fed underneath the table. They're getting enough money underneath the table where it just everything you see that's being swept underneath the rug.
And gambling is a far bigger news than Kyrie's little tweet or where he put out, and y'all shamed him. You shamed my boy Kyrie and did that to him. And you guys have a way bigger scandal going on as far as NBA gambling and people involved that has not been announced. We have heard anything in nature about this since it's really been announced and stopped talking about it. And I want to put everybody on blast. YouTube, fellow YouTubers, fellow content creators, we need to put these people on blast. If LeBron James is involved with any of these investigations or anything, they need to put on blast too. Anybody. Now, the league is deteriorating itself as far as views and stuff like that. This is not a good output. And let's talk about why does it seem like it's the same scenario they did in Utah. The referees is cheating and calling fouls for Luka and LeBron. That is not fouls, obviously, when we see it on replay. And we slow it up. And it's obviously not fouls because the referees can see it. And a little kid can see it.
Yeah, man. Yesterday's game was Lakers went to the line 28 times to their 14.
28-14.
And then the only way Sacramento Kings played a efficient game was they shot well from the three. They shot 17 3-point in the game. And that was the whole, difference, making of them, keeping the lead.
28, they don't talk about 28-14 is odd and it should be weird and should be investigated too because 28-14 is not an even number. What was one of them when they shot an outrage of free throws and one team shot like 8 free throws compared to Lakers 24 or 50 something? It was even a fair game. It tells you that the ref, you can tell by paperwork that the game ain't fair. And one team is getting the calls because LeBron James is constantly in the referee's face. He yells and get a foul and don't get fouled. It needs to be investigated. He needs to be. What happened to the tech call when you can't get in touch the ref, get in the ref's face, engage with the ref like they're doing? They're engaging with the ref every game like this, and this is the tactic they're using.
You got players putting hands on officials. I never seen that without referees blowing the whistle. You got LeBron and Luke is putting their hands on officials. Let the officials make the call. Let the official, ref the game.
It's gotten so bad that the players that played against the Lakers, they don't even try to touch LeBron because they know the ref's going to call the foul in his favor. It's gotten so bad that they can't even touch him. And they don't touch. It shows that they don't touch him, and he still gets fouled because he yells. Then he goes and go complain constantly. I ain't seen LeBron have a tech in how long for arguing with the ref? He should have been had a tech. Y'all don't tech him up. Well, when LeBron get a tech for? How LeBron ever got a tech for hollering at the ref?
I never seen it.
But we seen somebody get a tech for not really saying something to the ref. It makes it make sense. Make the league make sense. And this is why a problem with the league, because the fans is seeing this and they don't want to see this. They want to see real basketball. They want us to go back to when Michael Jordan them played and Kobe and them played when it was ref correctly. Not like a circus like this is looking right now. Where you can get a team to catch up from a 20-point lead and it's foul calls and they get 28 today for 14. That's a bad ref game. And there was worse games than that on paperwork. I rest my case. What you got to say about it, bro?
The players, when you look at the players are the commissioner, and when it comes to Adam Silver, he got a lot of explaining he got to do. You just don't get these players that can make calls. When we watch the Lakers games and we see Luka Doncic going to the line 30 times and nobody's saying that. He's not even getting fouled on some of these plays. See, when I watched the 90s, basketball, the 90s basketball was, man, they played. They played. This NBA we see today is this, now it's just not worth watching. Just not worth watching these games.
Yeah, because look at what's going on right here. You got a man that's not engaged, selfish, and not want to be part of this team. And I now understand why, when I was listening to a documentary, he's uncoachable. It's all about himself. Is he setting a good example for the newcomers coming up and his son too? That's to show you how you get your way. So you want to go to Scap? You see what Scap got to say about this Scap attack. Very renowned guy that's very keyed on it. Excuse us for the little
Well, it is going from bad to sad in Tinseltown as the LA Lakers are mired in a bit of a slump here, to say the least. They were in action last night and they got dropped by the hapless Sacramento Kings by a score of 124 to 112 in a game that really wasn't even remotely that close. This lead swelled have the second worst record in the Western Conference, and they have the second worst net differential in the entire NBA, but no problem for them last night because they played the slumping themselves LA Lakers. But hey, glass half full here. It wasn't all bad news for LA because guess what? LeBron James debuted his new patch, his new personalized, individualized little jersey patch that he is going to wear in every game between now and the end of the season. And yeah, file this one under the too ridiculous to believe to be true, but yet it is because, of course, LeBron James and his never-ending narcissism, an individualized patch to be worn by only him in every game for the remainder of the season. They will then be removed from each jersey at the end of those games and placed on special trading cards. So you have to make sure you try to get your hands on that one because I'm sure they'll fetch some obscene price at auction whenever it is that this guy retires, which actually seems to be coming a little sooner than later if you listen to LeBron's wistful comments following this one when he was talking about the patch.
I just started thinking about the whole, from the beginning to where we are now, and it's been a heck of a journey, and people that follow my career and my fans who follow my career can get an opportunity to, be a part of it, and Tom's did a great job with that situation, and getting involved is, like I said, super grateful and super screwed.
So yeah, that sounds like a guy who is probably mulling over the end, maybe, possibly as soon as at the end of this season, though I refuse to believe it until I see it. And of course, LeBron also said about the patch that he was humble.
It's just super cool, super surreal, blessed. Walking here and seeing it for the first time, it was like an emotional moment as well.
And LeBron James has never been humble about anything for a single nanosecond of his entire life. Nice try, LeCap. We're not buying it, but unfortunately, yes, the Lakers did play a game once LeBron donned that patch, and again, it did not go well for them. Again, getting blown to pieces by the Sacramento Kings. It is now their third consecutive loss and their seventh loss in the last 11 games. Yes, they are just 4-7 now, are the LA Lakers in the last 11. And they are still sporting that absolutely fraudulent 23-14 record, despite the fact they are at a minus 0.7 differential per game. The 23-14 record actually has them tied in the loss columns to the 4-5 seed line and just 2 games out of second place in the Western Conference.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Negative 0.7 differential will tell a different tale altogether. They're the only team in either conference in the top 8 seed lines to be sitting in a negative differential for the season. It puts them honestly more in line with the Memphis Grizzlies and the LA Clippers, who are going to win 30-some games more than likely. Maybe they'll sniff 500 by the end of the season, but the Lakers certainly aren't the 50-win team that they are pacing for based on their record if you look at their net differential at the moment. Yeah, and after the game, JJ was distraught. He was beside himself. He has no answers left.
Had 50 potential assists tonight. We converted on 21 of those. Expected score, we won by 24. This has been the theme. It has been the theme. So just keep shooting, I guess.
Reddit called his Lakers squad the worst shooting team in the NBA, or one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA, and was kind of whining, pontificating, whatever you want to say, about how many missed wide open shots that they had last night. And I wonder, who he's talking about. LeBron, of course, was 0 of 5 from the three-point line. As a team, the LA Lakers were just 8 of 36 from the three ball. Of course, they are not a bunch of lasers from behind the arc this season, but 22% for a team is pretty wild. And look, if you really dig into it, guess who made 2 of those 8 three-point shots? Well, none other than Bronny James, who made 2 three-pointers in the last minute of the game that he got into. So pure garbage time. Really, that is 6 made three-pointers then on the night for the LA Lakers, which is absolutely crazy in the Lord's year of 2026, where the NBA mostly is all about three-point attempts and makes.
We can't make a shot.
But to JJ's point, they avoid a massive free throw discrepancy, as they typically always do. They are leading the league in that metric, and they have for the last 5 years now and counting. But their 28 to 14 advantage last night, doubling the Sacramento Kings with the charity strike. Again, could not even keep them within single digits of the middling Sacramento Kings, who were just 9-30 when they entered the night last night. But look, it wasn't about officiating. We've seen LeBron and JJ whining about that in recent days, which is just so utterly rich and hypocritical. And it certainly wasn't really even about their lousy shooting last night, because they were lousy. No, it was about the defense, because you aren't going to win many games in the NBA. Doesn't matter who your opponent is. If you allow 59% shooting from the field and 65% shooting from the three-point line, like for the entire game. That's what the Sacramento Kings shot against the Lakers last night. The big issue here is, it has been, and it will continue to be, defense. Though JJ would have you believe that they've been one of the best defensive teams in the league over the last couple games.
We've been, I don't know if it's the last, I think it's the last 7 going into tonight. We've been one of the top defenses in the league. So we're doing some things. We faced a hot shooting team tonight.
Yes, no one is buying that smoke screen, JJ. We all know that the problem lies with the LA Lakers defense, and we all know the guy spearheading that performance on that end of the ball is none other than Mr. LeBron James. So he really needs to take his talents to some other city if the Lakers are going to be competitive next season. I think that he will. Who knows? Maybe he will ferry on to the great unknown of retirement, moving on after this season. Only time will tell. As for the LA Lakers, though, they don't have to wait for much time to pass before they get an opportunity to erase last night's dreadful performance, as they are on the second night of the back-to-back tonight at home against the Atlanta Hawks. Gee, I wonder what's the worst that can happen in that game.
Man. You know what, man? Something about Scat that just set the tone. Wow. Lakers can't beat the worst teams because they have the worst defense in the league. It's not the second worst, it's the worst defense in the league. Utah should have won those games. It was due because they shot a high free throw ratio. So
At this point,
and
they can't guard, elderly people.
and how they're leading in free throws the past 5 years, that should be suspicious. Should be talked about too. Should be gonna be another video for that. We're gonna be another video for that one. We're gonna do our investigation, look into that. Well, what you gotta say, bro?
What's your thoughts of today's game, man? Atlanta's coming to town.
Yes.
And they playing at the Quiffle.
Let's see. I think they were playing at Atlanta. I think This is their way. This is Lakers going away. Because they play a lot of games at home, didn't they?
I believe so.
They play a lot of games at home. Let me look at the schedule. Lakers, hurry up. I don't like to leave my people waiting. They're playing at Lakers home. Yeah, they're playing at home. Lakers playing at home. So Atlanta's coming home. They'll come to their house. So
Get out of the game tonight.
I don't. As you see, I don't think LeBron's going to play tonight. Which he should. If he's going to say that he's 40, then play lighter minutes. But show your face for the fans. Fans is watching to see you play or see somewhat of you play something. And that's a waste. As far as Atlanta, I think Atlanta gonna beat the Lakers tonight. I mean, who Atlanta play last game?
They played Golden State.
Oh yeah.
They played Golden State. And that was they come in that hostile, environment. They went at Golden State.
In Golden State, huh?
In Golden State, they went in there and took Golden State. They took the game from them. So I believe that the Atlanta going to go in. They're going to go in Creflo and they're going to, they're going to go in that Creflo Arena, man, and they're going to beat the Lakers.
So yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, I think Atlanta. If the Warriors dog ran the Lakers down their last game, they whooped their ass last game. I believe Atlanta. If Atlanta beat the Warriors, they can beat the Warriors. They can beat the Lakers. Lakers got the worst defense in the league. Hello?
All right, and we're pretty much going to wrap it, man. For more updates, stay subscribed to this channel. So then we out.